Battle. Nifty inside, and the slam for Tyus Battle. The sophomore climbs the ladder.
The key is getting the ball into the hands of the open shot.
Tyler Lydon with an open three.
It's a classic.
Dallas Moore in transition, no numbers. He takes it to the hoop anyway, gets the bucket plus the foul. SU's last basket came at the 14-minute mark, so a 4-minute drought for SU. John Gillen from outside ends the drought. 7 seconds, Frank Howard. Pick and roll Coleman. Tyler Lydon from three.
Trying to get a good look.
Howard to respond, got it. Richardson's pull-up is pure. Transition for SU, inside. Roberson with the finish. Coleman again inside, powers to the hoop. From the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York, Time Warner Cable Sports Channel presents Syracuse University basketball. Tonight, the 18th ranked Orange hosts the South Carolina State Bulldogs. Alongside Roosevelt Bowie, I'm Michael Tricarico. Rosie, you know Jim Boeheim's always looking for ways to improve. How can Syracuse improve in tonight's game?
Well, they've got to keep their defense tough, and they want to build stronger, wider, covering the floor, and work on their offense as usual.
Let's take a look at some of the key players. First for South Carolina State, they're led by a player, Eric Eves, who head coach Murray Garvin says doesn't need to be told how to score.
Yes, he doesn't need to be told how to score. We've got to learn how to play with each and every one of the players on the court, so it's very important that he learns how to do that.
On the other side, Andrew White III is such a versatile scorer, isn't he?
He can score anywhere. He can put the ball on the floor. He can catch and shoot. He can create his own shot. He's a very tough man to defend against.
Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the Carrier Dome alongside Roosevelt Bowie. I'm Michael Tricarico. Rosie, back-to-back losses for Syracuse. How does that affect the mentality of this team? Syracuse leads South Carolina State by 26 points in the first all-time meeting between these two schools. South Carolina State led by fourth-year head coach Murray Garvin. And in talking with Coach Garvin, he said he's never been to the Carrier Dome in person until today, but he's been there plenty of times in spirit. In fact, Coach Garvin watched SU and the Carrier Dome on TV growing up. He said he watched players like Sherman Douglas, Pearl Washington, Billy Owens, Ronnie Cycli. He said the mystique of the Carrier Dome is just so big. He said it's one of the Taj Mahals of basketball and somewhere you aspire to play and coach. And here he is on a Tuesday evening coaching his team, a team that is struggling right now but can have a very successful conference slate in the MEAC.
Absolutely. You know, when you come in, you play against a team like Syracuse here in the Carrier Dome, your next game is going to seem like you're the Knicks against a high school team.
Murray Garvin said the Big East allure was so huge watching John Thompson and Jim Boeheim and Luke Carnesecca. Said it's just an honor to be here and being on the opposite sideline of Coach Boeheim as Frank Howard knocks down a deep two.
Yes, Syracuse is taking their time, passing the ball around and getting it to the open man, and then crashing the boards on offense.
It's the first second half points for Frank Howard, the sophomore from Maryland. He has 7 points for the game. Syracuse still shooting it at 51% from the field. If one player's not knocking it down, it's somebody else.
You know, there's a lot of confidence in all these players between one another. They know they're great shooters. The key is getting the ball into the hands of the open shot.
Tyler Lydon with an open three.
It's a classic. These guys make that extra pass. They'll make 1 or 2 extra passes and get the ball into the hands of a good shooter wide open.
Syracuse leads by 28 points. Tyler Lydon has 14 and a timeout. Coach Murray Garvin. By far the loudest the Carrier Dome crowd has gotten this evening.
It's good to see Tyler getting his stroke on there. He's been playing good defense. He's been rebounding the ball well. They pass the ball around, and when Tyler's standing there, he is definitely dangerous.
Leiden did not make a three-point shot in either of the two exhibition games. He came into tonight with just 2 made three-pointers on 8 attempts. Tonight, Tyler Leiden has 4 three-pointers.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that he's probably going to make a lot more of those. He shoots them so well, so comfortably. It's just like something he's been doing his entire life.
Last year, Jim Boeheim would get mad when Tyler Leiden didn't take an open three-point shot. Leiden has the green light to shoot, and if he doesn't shoot it, he'll be on the bench.
You know, that makes me laugh. I'm trying to think about if anybody ever told me to shoot and I didn't shoot. No.
Leiden trying to step up his shooting game to try and match what Andrew White has been able to do. Again, both White and Leiden have shooting competitions to push each other to be better. That's something you love to see, the competition on a team like this.
It'll definitely make shooters better because they're competing day in and day out. Then when you get in the game and you don't have the type of person that you've been shooting against all week, you can go like, okay, I've done this before. You will play like you practice.
Who is someone who pushed you when you were a player?
When I was a player, Louis Orr was tough. It was tough playing against Louis Orr because he wasn't as big as I was, but he was very quick and very smart.
Here's John Gillen to the hoop, and John Gillen has 12 points for the Orange.
So I would have to say I was pushed to be a better basketball player.
Here's a kick ball off Tyler Roberson's shoe. Of course, you were part of that Louie and Bowie show that so many Syracuse fans remember.
You know, the other thing that there was another player that pushed me, Dale Shackelford. He was pretty incredible because he made sure everybody knew when they came to Syracuse that no one player is greater than the team. It's a team game. If we all play together, we'll win enough games to make everybody happy.
That team mentality, no more important in any aspect of the game than on the defensive end in that Jim Boeheim 2-3 zone. Mortimer's deep three-pointer, offensive rebound to Kynard, surrounded by a tree of white jerseys. And Chukwu fouls Mortimer. It's Greg Mortimer who has 7 points. The Savannah, Georgia native set to head to the line as Chukwu just got a little too aggressive there.
Chukwu, you know what? He's doing a great job. He did a great job moving his feet, getting over there. You have a guy coming at you 20 miles an hour. Plant your feet, stand there. He runs into you. It's a charge. If he doesn't, I bet his flat foot reach is like 9 feet 4 or 5 inches. Mine is 9 foot 3 inches. So there's no way that he can get that ball over him.
Murray Garvin looks on as his team continues to fight. And something that Coach Garvin mentioned is that it's a process, and not just a process of building a team throughout a couple of years, but just throughout the season, as Frank Howard's three-point shot is rebounded by Raynor Powell. Transition opportunity for the Bulldogs. Thompson blocks it away. Now Roberson swats it. Up ahead, Roberson gets the dunk.
It's amazing. He went from blocking the shot to dunking the ball. There's not very many people in basketball today that can do that.
Seemed like everybody touched the ball on that sequence for Syracuse. Gillen tried to get nifty with the steal. Instead, Raynor Powell knocks it down from deep. First 3 points of the game for Janai Raynor Powell. Edward Stevens the rebound. Here comes South Carolina State. To finish the point on Murray Garvin, he said as far as the process goes, in November and December, you're just trying to get comfortable, try and build confidence. January hits, you're coming to conference play, and then it's March. When tournament time hits, that's when you got to try and put it all together. Syracuse put it all together here. A huge lead over the Bulldogs.